What do y'all? This your boy Cherry Speaks, man. I apologize for the late review, man, but you know how streams be sometimes. But anyway, let's get into this bomb ass episode. Now, in this episode, we finally see Oliver kick some ass and take back his name, and this is why I say that. For a little while, I felt like being in level two, obviously Oliver always had his head on the swivel, trying to get the hell out of Slab side. But then we find out some stuff that I kind of speculated, but I didn't really make much of a fuss about it. That Slab side was actually a place of misery. And I say that because, so many, when you get to level two, man, you get your brain fried. And so as a matter of fact, Jared Parker, the psychiatrist, the wicked psychiatrist, what I call him, literally has been in so many damn court cases, man, and all of them settled out of court for some reason. Three of them did at least, due to malpractice. And a guy by the name of, I think his name was John or Josh Peterson, was one of his patients at one point. He started to experience heavy amnesia. And I guess that's pretty much what like Dr. Parker was trying to do to Oliver. He was trying to pretty much erase him. And Felicity and Dinah and Laurel figured that out, and I'm glad they did. Now, mind you, Oliver does have an ally aside from that one guy. Because, Felicity was looking for her husband. We learned that, hey, he went to level two. So, with the information that Natalia gave, that they found out when they went into the big room, because remember that one guy that Oliver beat the crap out of, he actually went into that room and didn't make it out alive. So that prompted Oliver's curiosity into what the hell is back there. And we find out what's back there. That's where Dr. Parker goes to kill them. He has a twisted bell practice. Even Natalia was like, for someone who was my student, you sure fell for something so damn stupid and a lie. Like, the man, obviously the man's killing people and no one knows about it. His methods of quote unquote reforming, prisoners is just way out the line. It's a medieval type shit, if you ask me. It's just modernized medievalness, if you ask me. But anyway, Natalia has an agenda of her own. She wants to get the fuck out of Slabside too. Who wouldn't? But before she goes and Natalia and Oliver fight off a word of security and shit like that, it was a pretty epic ass fight scene, if you ask me. They actually, after they transfer the data via flash drive, Oliver gives the flash drive to Natalia. He said, "Look, give this to my wife." She says, "Okay, yeah, I'll do that." And also tell her that you're incredibly stubborn. So, with that, Felicity, Dinah, and Laurel realize that, hey, we can not only just, make sure that Dr. Parker, sits in his own little cozy cell, but we can also exonerate Oliver for his crimes too. So that hopefully that's what happens next week as well. But then we also see Curtis having to deal with, and I've been waiting for this. I did a video on this too. How Curtis, has been changing. At first he was really hesitant on doing missions like this because he hasn't been able to do it ever since Oliver got arrested. He was like, "Nah, man, Mr. Terrific is done." But then John reminded him, like, "Look, man, you got 14 PhDs, double digits, and six different languages. Mr. Terrific, you're a bronze medalist decathlon. Mr. Terrific isn't something that you sideline. He's not an alter ego. That's just who you are. You know, as you know, I know, this was the episode where Curtis had to, go undercover as like a biochemist. And he really showed out, man. He really did his thing. He's like during like one of the buys, he had a little trap rig for the guys. Boom, like he just it was so damn badass. It was really 007 like. But they find out after doing a little mission report, even though it was just on the books, op. Curtis realizes that what Lila was trying to do back a couple episodes ago, where she did some intel, some work off of Argus's behind Argus's back that rubbed John the wrong way. Turns out she copied the bank information because it was money laundering, and I guess they found this painting because remember there was this painting that Lila and Dig tried to use to get some information on somebody, right? And it was that very painting that they were trying to hide. I guess it was a 19th century French painting, and John's like, wait a minute, so wait, you mean to tell me you took Rob here just to decipher a meaning? He said, yo, Curtis like, yo, look, it's art. It always has a hidden meaning. Now they have to figure out what painting is trying to tell. Because remember that this is something, now mind you, this is something that Argus doesn't want anybody to know, so it has to be something like really fucking big for both Lila to go behind Argus' back to do, and for Curtis to find out, and for Argus to hide. Period. So I wonder what that really is. I look forward to seeing that next week as well. The other thing I want to just talk about is how Felicity was able to track down the Silencer again up in Moscow. And I'm thinking, okay, he must be there. She must be there with Ricardo Diaz because then that way he can get more serum because he probably went through that shit. Fucking roid junkie. So we see him in Moscow, and I'm just like, wait a second. Who do we know in Moscow, in Russia, period, and on this show? Anatoly. And so we see Anatoly with a busted nose. His nose was bleeding, and we see Ricardo Diaz just looking him up. He's like, you know what? Before I leave here, I got some unfinished business to face. Now, mind you, Ricardo Diaz is the only person for allegedly, as we know right now, to be living out of the Caden James era of the clique. You know, because Vince is dead, R.I.P. Caden James is dead, and now stands Anatoly and Ricardo Diaz. Now, and I'm thinking that Ricardo Diaz is just like a thug with a gun. No. This guy's proficient in hand-to-hand combat. He knows a few things. Given his backstory and all that shit. But anyway, to see he has fucking Anatoly literally by his damn jacket, just lifting him up and just hauling him up like a fucking sack of flour. So, over a building ledge at that. So he's probably gonna try to get some info about Oliver and things of that nature, and possibly just about the serum that he's been injecting into himself to give him inhuman super strength. And maybe Anatoly might just get thrusted off that damn building and die. It's honestly gonna make me a little sad because I've enjoyed Anatoly's character for so long, but I look forward to seeing what happens next week, man. This has been your boy Sheriff Speaks. Again, sorry for the late upload. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys have any ideas for what videos I should do next, please let me know in the comment section below. This has been your boy Sheriff Speaks. God bless.